What's going on, guys? If you're watching this right now, I'm currently in Jamaica, alright? And I was hanging out on the beach, having a lovely time, sipping mimosas, dressed up. I don't really know why I was wearing clothes on the beach. I mean, look at me. I look ridiculous. And then this kid walked up to me, kicked sand in my eyes, and said, "Get off my dad's beach, you poor loser." And I'm like, "What do you mean, your dad's beach? This is Jamaica." And he goes, "Yeah, and my dad owns this half of the island, so get on the other one, peasant. I have squash practice in 20 minutes. And immediately I knew I was out of my league. The only people that I know that play squash are Canadians and the super wealthy. And this kid looked like he definitely ate at Olive Gardens, okay? So I got out of the kid's way, and on the way out, he said, "Let me take a picture of this peasant to post on Snapchat." And then I knew I had to get vengeance. I immediately wrote in the sand, "Douchiest rich kids of Snapchat video." And here we are, my vengeance on the kid that ruined my trip to Jamaica. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, and I'm sure we all love getting flexed on, you know? Nothing says fun like a douchey kid getting all up in your face and flexing the fact that his shoes cost more than your rent, you know? Get it. But I guess something that rich kids like to do is go on Snapchat and flex to their other rich friends. I mean, there's literally a whole community of rich kids just flexing on the peasants, you know, me and you, the normal kids. And I just think it's super entertaining. So I figured today we could make fun of some rich kids flexing on Snapchat and have a good time in the process. So that's what we're going to be doing. Sit back, relax, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready for a wild ride, you sexy toads. Now I will warn you, if you enjoy paper, this first flex may hurt your feelings. Wow, that is a ton of cash. There's only one problem, Mr. Moneybags, okay? At least I'm smart enough to know the money's supposed to go in the wallet. I also feel like this is just begging to get robbed. Hey guys, everyone on social media, this is how much money I have in my wallet at any given time. You might as well get a giant neon sign above your head saying, "Please rob me, I'm an easy target." Straight up, this kid's gonna get out of his mom's BMW at the car line at school. 7 kids are gonna be waiting under the flagpole to take his lunch money. Only difference is when it used to be taking lunch money, it was like 37 cents. This kid's got his whole college fund in his Gucci wallet. What a flex, bro. When you get robbed, I don't want to hear you crying about it. This is the definition of weird flex, but okay. Hey, yo, guys, what's up? Everybody out there, I suck at driving golf carts. Literally the easiest thing to drive ever. If your dad does buy you a new one, he's basically preparing you for the 8 DUIs you're probably gonna get in college, so it might be a good idea. How do you even crash into a pond? Like the giant water right in front of you that's 90 feet wide? Aw, man, Dad, I just didn't see it coming. One second I was texting, next thing you know, there's a whole lake there. I don't know when it showed up. I definitely didn't know it was there already. Oh, man, even like 8 of the peasants got stuck underneath it. My bad, Dad. We can just get more. It's not that big of a deal. You know what they say, guys. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Only one problem. How are you going to be flexing an expensive bottle of champagne when you're eating Pop-Tarts right next to it? Something tells me the champagne Pop-Tart combination definitely isn't the most tasty. Plus, on top of this, you're basically saying that even the maids don't love you enough to get you a full balanced meal. Nah, man, I would take care of him, but I hate that little shit. Let him eat Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I can't care anymore. Weird flex, weird flex. I think every one of these is just a strange flex that shouldn't be very cool. Ugh, water that costs under $100? No thanks. What do I look like? Like I'm poor? What we really need is an episode of Survivor Man with Bear Grylls and this girl, and he's like, "All right, mate, we're gonna have to drink our own urine." "How much is your urine, Bear Grylls?" "Oh, about $100. All right, giddy up, I'm good to go." Comes crawling into a village 4 days later, begging for water after Bear Grylls runs out of urine. They offer her tap water. She claims she'd rather die of dehydration and does it on the spot. I mean, honestly, there's a certain level of pickiness where you're just kind of obnoxious. This one actually kind of makes me the most mad, to be honest. What she's basically saying is, "Mom, Dad, you guys have raised me from the ground up to be an incredibly independent young individual. But yeah, none of that means anything. Hand over the cash or I actually will hold Grandma for ransom. You think I'm kidding, but she has a wheelchair. She can't go anywhere, and I can. I will take her back with me to college, lock her in my dorm, feed her my cat litter until you give me my money, all right?" I mean, honestly, it's not cool to flex that the only reason you ever want to talk to your family members is for cash. It's basically saying, "Hey, I'm a gold digger. What's poppin'? Hit me up on Tinder if you really want a leech in your life." Dang, that is a pretty fat rack of cash, man, but you really think I'm not gonna catch you slipping? You can have 50 grand in your pocket, but you're actually wearing the Olive Garden 11s. What is this? You can't flex while you're wearing these shoes, all right? You must at least be wearing $7,000 shoes to be flexing $7,000. I don't make the rules. Here at the Rich Kid Snapchat Legion, we have a very strict set of guidelines that we must adhere to, and the fact that you're wearing those means that you are in fact delegated to peasant duty. That's right, you're now a peasant. I don't make the rules. Please continue to family with a palm tree while I sit here and sip a mimosa. He really thought he was gonna get away with the Olive Garden 11s too. I'm starting to think that rich people just never learn the most basic things ever. I know what you're thinking. Oh, the joke is that your mom brought the wrong apples. Ha ha ha, you're talking about MacBooks. But this dude really didn't notice that these down here are tomatoes. Do rich people not know vegetables? Oh man, I've never had an apple. Apples are for poor people. I only eat Italian croissanted, crested apple bottoms. I mean, how do you confuse a tomato and an apple? To be fair, I really hope after he took this picture, he just picked it up and took a nice big chunk out of it. Expecting a crisp apple, getting a watery tomato, that's the only revenge that I think is necessary. I also love trying to call your mom an idiot when you can't tell that these are tomatoes, bro. Mom, you're so stupid. Those are clearly bananas, you idiot. Your dad might have given you the Lambo, but he clearly didn't give you TED Dictionary, man. Come on. Can he even read TED stop sign? You know, he took this picture and immediately ran downstairs as fast as possible. Those are all his dad's cars. There's a very specific rule that you're not allowed to touch the keys. He snapped this picture, heard his dad's footsteps coming and got terrified. No, Dad, I wasn't touching the keys. Oh, really, son? Then how do you explain your fingerprints on them? I mean, real talk, you think anyone's dumb enough to give a 16-year-old kid 4 Ferraris? Actually, I'm pretty sure some people are dumb enough to do that. Don't answer that question. This isn't even a flex. This is just going to CVS. I swear, every time I go in there to buy one thing, I get half a football field of a receipt. It doesn't say what's on the receipt. That's what matters, you know? Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a receipt by its length. It's a very valuable life lesson, kids. You know what they say, first impressions are really important, especially at a restaurant. That's how you get the best table. But does anyone know any restaurants that have helicopter parking? I mean, I'm pretty sure the handicap spots are the best ones in the house. Like, you're at your local Olive Garden, suddenly there's a tornado in the parking lot, you look up, Bill Gates' private helicopter just landing on the top. If you take a helicopter to a restaurant, you are the most extra person ever, and I genuinely hope they spit in your food because you are super annoying. Could you imagine how loud this would be while you're just trying to enjoy a meal? So, yeah, honey, how was dinner Sorry, man, we have private helicopter parking. There's not much we can do about it. Ugh, I hate when people park too close to my car. You know how annoying it is to come outside and see a Toyota Camry next to my Toyota Camry? Actually makes me want to punch the driver. One time I waited and fought the guy in the parking lot. Who do you think you are parking your car next to my car in a place filled of parked cars? Do you think you're special or something? Can't believe these peasants have the audacity to park their car next to mine. Ugh. You know, this kid thought it was a flex, but it's actually the most caveman thing of all time. Me have MacBook, make many word at once with keyboard. Me flip over, write with rock on back. I mean, real talk, you're a professor. This kid's paying thousands of dollars to be in your class. You look up and instead of typing the notes like a normal human being, he's got a pencil going to town on the back of his MacBook. And at that point, you know, he definitely didn't get into college. Looking at you, everybody that paid for your kids to get in yesterday. Bow, 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 shots fired. Call me crazy here, but there might have been a better umbrella, maybe like the backpack you were carrying your MacBook in, or I don't know, literally anything other than your computer that can't be exposed to water. I swear it's like these kids get a little bit of money and they think they just don't need brains anymore. Let's just throw them out the window. Lobotomize every person with a net worth over $1 million. Just because you can use a MacBook as an umbrella doesn't mean that you should. I honestly don't understand what 99% of these people think about real life. You know, I could use my backpack as an umbrella, or I could use my multi-$1,000 computer to just really nail home the fact that I'm out of touch with the reality for most people. Honestly, if I ever find myself in a position where I'm a billionaire and I'm not already Batman and I somehow have children, first of all, I hope my kids don't become Batman because that means that I've met a sad ending. But realistically, I'm gonna make sure that my kids never ever get a chance to act like this. Like, if your kids act like this and you're not stopping them from acting like the most entitled people ever, you're just failing as a parent. I mean, honestly, if my kid was ever on Snapchat flexing my Ferrari keys being like, "Ayo guys, guess what I'm driving?" he'd get a healthy handing of, "You're gonna buy your own car when you turn 16. Honestly, the fact that these kids are so entitled makes them look bad, but it makes the parents look even worse because they had to learn the behavior from somewhere. But on that note, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press the like button. It really does help out the video an absolute ton, and I mean that. Comment down below if you've ever flexed on social media. I do have a sad confession. One time on my Instagram story, I did flex the fact that I had Cheez-Its. I know, I'm basically the worst person to ever exist, but if you enjoy Cheez-Its almost as much as I do. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at @scrubby_YT. Yes, that is a shameless plug, and no, I don't feel bad. My Twitter is at scrubbyvivo, so feel free to follow me there. We are rapidly approaching 1 million subs, and I know I say that every video, but that's just because we keep growing faster and faster. I can't help it. So if you are new, be sure to subscribe. We are really growing, and it'd be really sick if you would subscribe, because that means that we'll get more subscribers, which means we'll hit 1 million even faster. But yeah, on that note, guys, I hope you have an absolutely incredible day. Don't get anyone pregnant. I'm gonna go flex on social media now and make sure everybody knows that I'm way better than them because I have more money, because that's definitely what being a person is all about. See you guys next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.